Right, hi everybody. Something that I've noticed that I'm going to address. Yeah, I might as well just start. If you miss it, you just have to go back to the beginning. Yeah, Ron's done it, so you can do that anyway. Okay, so I noticed someone fishing for attention. I can spare you a little bit. It's another wannabe that runs with the Kev's lies that is spun. Will you backtrack and apologise again? I think not, but I wouldn't accept. Hello, Mickey. A clue to who you are. First time upon speaking to Ron, you didn't know I was with him at that point. I'm gorgeous, I am, you announced. I laughed. Ron shrugged, like he cared. Now you know who you are, who I'm talking about. So, Di, where do I start? While attempting to keep it short, because you don't really deserve my energy. Let's start by straightening up your latest spin on words. I spy, lying Di, which you take to be a pop at your disability. What the actual fuck? Really, Di? Really? Want to know why I call you that? Because you were part of a few clowns being sent in. I coined that phrase, I spy die, and then I added lying to it after you threw somebody under the bus, plus other lies that you told. Now, you did use a disability, didn't you, Di? As in, you were laughing about it and then creeping in to apologise to Ron some while later. He accepted. I marked your card. You said, I'm sorry I laughed, Ron. I shouldn't have done that. To taking the piss. Again, last night, in reference to the same thing that you apologised for. You know what I'm talking about, don't you, Di? I don't need to spell it out to you, do I? So now, I spy, lie, Di. Let's address your latest fuck up. So can you put it up so people can see it for themselves, please? That screenshot. This was on Yogi's latest live to do with Angela with a short clip. Yeah, video.
I can play it. If you want it played.
Well, yeah, you can, to remind people, yeah, and to give Yogi a bit of credit, and then I'll address Di's comment.
Yeah, this was done on.
Thank you.
A few days ago. Mariamoon had a look at the chat.
Mickey, I don't go into all that. Whether she can see or whether she can't see. I call her that not because of so the blind hairdresser. Just don't do that, please.
Right. It was from that live.
That's not my way.
That video, I should say, Princess Angela's response with Ron's clip. Yeah. So it was. I don't have to play it actually.
No.
It was no. I don't really have to. All I have to do is explain. It's when she was on Society X's and she played something, and yeah, the rest is history because I did a live on it the other night. So anyway, I'll show this up, and then Mariamoon is going to read you Di's comment that she left there.
Right, so the screenshot that she wrote, bearing in mind there is no punctuation whatsoever, it's just one long sentence. I'm just going to read it out and then I'll go through it and try and decipher it. Right, what Di wrote was, lots of arse licking, window licking, digging up fella hosts, read between the lines, guys, read between the lines. When you sprinkle stardust, everything comes back in a haze. Remember, they say, I don't remember saying that. Derogatory voices, people's lifestyles, people's disabilities. Karma is a funny way of smacking you in the face. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Rongo mono. Hi, Rachel. That is what she said. That's what she wrote. So I read it and I thought, okay. And It's the response to Ron's clip where Kev runs with a narrative of her own of what Ron actually said without addressing what we were in fact responding to, what I'm going to. In short, a comment in chats that was saying that Smiler spoke disgusting about me in reference to anal. So you can see Ron's Kev vid for the full text for that if you want. Obviously, we're not going to go over all that again. Your comment is pretty difficult to read as it's all one long sentence with 0 punctuation. But here goes. Let's decipher or attempt to. Lots of arse licking, window licking. Ain't there just, ain't there just? We're seeing it. Digging up fellow hosts, she says. I hope she means digging out. Read between the lines, guys. Read between the lines. I'm trying to read the lines themselves, Di. When you sprinkle stardust, everything comes back in a haze. Okay, I'll look that one up, and I still don't know what that means. There's nothing in context to that on Google. So if you say so, Di, I'd call it truth dust and sparkles myself. Actually, we're all made up of components of stardust, just out of interest. I thought I'd interject that. Carrying on with what Di wrote. Remember, they say they don't remember saying that. Derogatory voices, people's lifestyles, and people's disabilities. I added my own commas there and the and. Yes, you do. I spy lying, Di, don't you? Yes, you do. Then you creep around afterwards saying, I'm sorry I did that. Anyway, carrying on with what she said. Karma is a funny way, Karma has a funny way of smacking you in the face. Oh, I wish it would some. I'd like to see that. That's me putting that bit in. So karma has a funny way of smacking you in the face. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, Ron. Go mono. Full stop, the end. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Go Ron mono. Karma is a funny way of smacking you in the face. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Ron go mono. What does this mean, I spy, Lion Die? Now, I fucking love karma. I mean, it's real. Whatever you put out comes back, whether it's good or bad, it'll come back on you tenfold. So what do you reference? The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. In the context of the video you have wrote on, where Kev is lying, again, about what Ron actually said. And he's shown it. What are you referencing to there, I spy die? All our kids have the best morals and the kindest hearts and souls too. So again, what are you saying? I know what I think. I know what I think you mean. Karma on who? I think you're a twisted shrew and won't be able to explain that, as in your fucked up message in regards to what Kev tried to imply. Let's see how you spin this one, Di. Let's see how you spin this one. To me, there's only one way that reads on what you meant, but let's see you explain it.
Here we go.
I see it all. Hello, Moss Side.
Right.